Good afternoon, late afternoon, evening, Voyager hockey fans. We are live from the Icon Arena in Grand Forks, North Dakota for 5 games. This is one of 5 against the Loons today. Going to get started here in about 5 minutes. The girls should be coming up for their warm-ups. So I'm going to try a little entertainment for you here. I've got a little bit of a highlight reel. I'm wondering if somebody's out there listening. Let me know if the sound's coming through for this. I'm pretty sure you can hear me, but I'm going to play something for you here as we go back to the bench cam. But here's a couple of highlight reels, although there's the coach getting ready to put on her cone again. I got another video to show you later. So great interview coming up for you for the intermission today. We've pre-recorded about a 14-minute video with Coach Davidson talking about this weekend and upcoming here. And but for now, let's just see if the video or the sound comes through on this one. And for your entertainment, here's just a few highlight goals for you to look at. Here we go. Drives it in deep, got a step on the defense. Turned hard with his forehand and buried it. I'm hearing it in my headphones. Or is that you? Okay, so it's coming through. Perfect. Good to know. So that's what's planned. Test that one out? No, I think if this one's playing, that one should play too. Longberg did a nice job. Hear the music? Gets chipped off Longberg. McDonald chips it up high over the net. Make it 3-1. So you were zoomed up on that goal. That was pretty good. Nice. Yep. Looks good. And that's McDonald from Longberg. Perfect. Yeah. Special shout out to both Justin and Anders helping out getting all these cameras set up for everybody.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. It's a big help. I'm going to miss you guys when we get to our season. I got to recruit some individuals. All right, back to bench cam here. Coach Chloe and Coach Shauna just waiting. So we've got bench cam, goalie 1, goalie 2. And then that's Justin's camera, and then this is my camera. I'm the wild card. I can go wherever I want because I got Justin anchoring me over here. You know, Justin, one of these days we're going to get really good at this. We can do a timer. Stopwatch. Yeah, I don't know that I'm that ready to be doing that and doing all the other buttons, stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's what we know about the Loons. Played them last week.
September 12th.
Yeah, we got up 3-0 in the first half. Came up and dropped one pretty good and let them back in the game. They tied us up 3-3, and that's the way she ended. Looks like we got the Loons getting ready to come in down in the very corner there, if you can just see them. And actually, we got your Voyageurs waiting to come in the other side. Looks like we're just waiting on referees, Justin.
Excellent. And it looks like they've updated the game sheet stats.
Nice.
So now we are ranked 4th.
Well, as we'll all find out in the interview, that 4 number is going to be big the next 3 weeks. And here come your Voyageurs. They're in their traffic cone orange. We'll get you on the bench cam here. We'll get a quick update on how many girls we got, where we're at. Also, special shout out to my wife Jerry, who ran and got the iPads to make this whole broadcast work today. We had a little scramble, so shout out to her as well. She probably drove a little faster than she normally does, Justin.
I just wanted to say thanks for doing this.
Oh, you're very welcome. Isn't he big on the camera?
I had to laugh last week on the camera, and you were saying something, he'd go, yep. You could just tell he was
He's a man of few words.
You know what he was doing, yeah.
right, let's get a count up for you here.
I have enjoyed
We
watching
got
Kate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
She
All right,
is.
they're all moving so fast.
Because she's small and she's
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
She reads what's going on.
I think we're only sitting at 16, or no, here comes
You can see that in
17.
her. When she's out there, she's
So,
not all there. No, I just. Good luck. Yeah, thank you.
you're very welcome. We love that. Thank you very much. So, Justin, it looks like we're sitting with 17 skaters.
17.
Or 15 skaters and 2 goalies. And it looks like the Loons are even shorter than we are. I'm pretty short, but they're really short. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and a goalie, 12?
Yep. Yeah, 11 and goalie.
So 11 and a goalie, so they're going to be a little bit short-handed. That's 4D and 7 skaters, so 2 lining and extra. Us being at 15 is perfect, actually. 3 lines, 3 sets of D.
We just have to figure out who we're missing now.
Yeah, there you go. That's always fun. It's like playing a game, isn't it? So I see Hammer, Nelson, Fuller, Byron, Wongberg, Rose, Clay Bundy, Hadrava. Looks like Hills over there, 16. McDonald. Dodge. Jokinen. Quo. Olson. And Strong. All right, so far we're missing a Gross and a Johnson, 2 of our solid D, and Putnam. So 18, 19, 14, if I'm not mistaken. That's a pretty good roundup I did right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Except Johnson and Gross are 2 very strong D. We're going to need them against the Walleye for sure, so let's hope we get a few extra players back. So we're going to be scrambling a little bit on defense today. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. No, I take that back. Is that Gross over there in the far, or is that Strong? Take that back. So we do have Gross here. Space might be another one. Nope, there she is. All right, so I'm still trying to figure out. 17 still the number. Definitely have Strom and Gross. So, minute 2 left on the warm-up clock. To go on the warm-up clock here. Let's see if the Loons gained any. I see Loons are up to 12. They've multiplied. We're up to 12 Loons, Justin.
Oh. Any more Voyageurs?
I still got 17, and I can't remember. I see Gross is here, so I show missing Johnson, Putnam, and I'm not sure who else. We are about ready to get started here. 6:07. Game time was 6 o'clock here, so we got the warm-ups. A little bit of a late start. Your Voyageurs are ready to go. So it looks like we're going to start out with McDonald, Fuller, and Hills. There's a new line with Spaeth and Gross on defense. So here we go, Justin. We're about ready to get this thing underway. The ref checks with everybody. Puck's down, run by the Loons. They throw it up ice, just gets by Gross. McDonald's in there to chase it. Gross is going to throw it around their own net. That's going to go over to Spaeth. Spaeth tries to get up the Hills. McDonald's tips it by. Oh, and just got off the edge of her stick. Now it's going to come back to Gross. Over to Fuller. Fuller tries to wrap it into McDonald. Spaeth is going to try and play it. Here comes back to center. Gross will be the first one there. Now played over to Hills. Back to Gross. Gross rips it in deep. Voyageurs off on a change. And here come your Loons out through center. Stretch pass, a go-go. Just goes off the tip of her stick. Byron pushes it to the wall and finally says, that's enough of that. Give me a whistle. So the Loons dig deep and try to stretch it out, Justin. We got to watch out for that if they're going to want to do that all day long. Face off to the left of Byron here, who made call it the first save of the day. Back to the point for the Loons. Loons now dish it around at the circle. Trying to get in deep. Shallow angle out front. This one's going to come to Jokinen. Jokinen just lost it in her own wickets. Loons keep it in deep. This goes back to Dodge. Top of the circle shot goes wide right of Byron. Now Quo along the wall. She gets a bit of a crunch and bunch. Still a battle in along the wall. The Loons come off the ball with it. And Byron shoves it to the far wall. So far a little discombobulated. Here comes Dodge with it. Dodge is going to drive in deep, tries to make a move. Quo with a whack at it. Back to Dodge. She throws it into the offensive zone. Olsen and Quo on the chase. Loons trying to stretch it out again. Picked up by Wongberg. Now it goes to the far wall where Strom bats it up through center. Quo with a whack at it. And the Loons throw it up, trying to get it inside the blue line. Hammer, Wongberg, and Hodrova here. Stolen by Hodrova. She tries to get it in deep, so the Wongberg's after it. She throws it to the end wall. This will be Hodrova to go get it. Kept in by Rose, and now it's going to come out to the Loons. As they come through center, trying to get a 3-on-2. Rose with a nice job using the body. And now behind Byron it goes. Hodrov is going to pick it up. She taps it back to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy over to Wongberg. Back to Rose. Back to Wongberg. Now Hammer throws it out to center. Stolen away by Hodrov, but picked back up by the Loons. That shot goes wide to Byron. Rose to pick it up. Now Hammer makes the move. Tries to get it up ice. And now back into the defensive zone for the Voyageurs, where Clay Bundy gathers it up over to Hadrava. Loons keep it in deep. Clay Bundy going to pick up the loose puck. She gives it a backhand shovel to Hills, who throws it out front in the danger zone. Clay Bundy now up to Hadrava. Hadrava's going to wrap it in deep. Voyageurs go out for it. Hills in the offensive zone, tries to center. Now the Loons coming the other way. Kept in by Gross. She's going to wrap it back in deep to McDonald. McDonald throws it back to Gross. Gross with a shot. Right in the old breadbasket. And the Loons goalie says, give me a whistle with 21 minutes even left in the first here. So McDonald, Fuller, Hills, Gross, and Spaeth on defense. One by McDonald, back to Gross, gets the shot off again. Goalie wraps it to the far corner. Shot out front. Oh, Fuller just trying to get a handle on it. Now she wraps it to the corner where Hills is going to go after it. Hills with the steal. Fuller and Hills in the corner here. Fuller rips it back to Spaeth, lost it in her own wickets. Nice recovery by Spaeth. She's going to throw it in deep. And back out to center it comes. Spaeth looking for somebody to pass to. Thinks about McDonald, but now that's stolen by the Loons. Fuller knocks it off his stick. Icing's waved off, or now he blows the whistle. So good start, a little bit of pressure here by the Voyageurs. Got to watch out for that stretch pass. Quick look at the old bench cam for you. Face off just outside the Voyager zone. The Loons throw it in where that's going to be dodged to pick it up. Quo along the near wall. Now Olsen chasing. Quo knocks it out of the air, wraps it into the behind the net. And this one's going to come up to the point, gathered up by the Loons. They go cross ice, trying to get by Strawn. Trying to split the D. Byron shoves it to the wall. Rouse gave him that one. I guess I can too. Quo throws it up ice, the arms up. That's going to be icing on the Voyageurs. And we'll get a face off to the left of Byron here. So Olsen, Quo, McDonald, Jokinen, puck's down, we're ready to go. The Loons gather it up along the back line here. Out front, tipped. Now picked up by Quo. Quo tries to wrap one over to Jokinen. Jokinen with some speed. Jokinen pulls up. Olsen tries to get it to center. And here come the Loons. That should be icing on the Loons. And we'll bring this one all the way back to the left of the Loon goalie. This is Hammer on the draw. Hadrava and Ronberg. Clay Bundy and Rose. Clay Bundy picks it up at center. She dishes it off to Hadrava. Hadrava has it knocked off her stick. She takes it in a little bit deep. Loons springboarding behind their own net. Throw it up ice. Back to Rose. She's going to try and get there. And now it's going to come back to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy over to Hadrava. Ronberg picks up along the wall, throws it towards the net just by about 4 feet. Hammer time out to Ronberg. And that's going to be icing on the Loons. Somebody said, give me a whistle there, Justin. He's like, I'm done. Throws it up ice. Big old wrist shot. So back to the left of the Loon goalie here. Coach going to stick with the same line. Hammer, Hodrobin, and Wongberg. Clay Bundy and Rose. And this one's won by the Loons. They're going to go behind their own net. Clay Bundy, she's going to keep it in deep. Picks up to Hodrobin. She tries to center. Wongberg with a big swing and a miss on the one-timer. Rose throws it towards the net. That hit a Loon. Hammer steals. Trying to get it to Wongberg. Rose pinching, steals it. Rose trying to make a move. Wongberg down in a heap. Now it's going to come out to center. And Hammer throws it cross ice. Hodrobin tries to get to the first one there. Clay Bundy reaches in. And now the Loons. Cross ice they go. This one's picked up by Hills. McDonald pestering. They're going to wrap it in behind the net. And the Loons. Smart play by Spade to get back on D there. Loons to the top of the circle, doing a dance, dishing. And Byron's luckily says, give me a whistle. Again, everybody, we have 17-14 left here in the first half. We got Coach Davidson on about a 14-minute interview here between the periods, so get your snacks early. You're going to want to listen to this one. Hills along the wall, dishes it off to McDonald. McDonald and Fuller one on forward. McDonald trying to thread the needle. And the Loons throw it up ice. Got lots on the ref's wickets. McDonald skates the stick. Fuller tried to get a handle on it. And that icing's waved off. Hills loses in her own wickets. Comes out front McDonald. McDonald tries to get up to Fuller. That one comes out to center where the Loons will have to bring it back to the neutral zone. Good at the line are the Loons. Trying to get by McDonald. Nice try. Byron says, give me a whistle. And the coach is going to change them up again. 16:22 to go here in the first half. Olsen, Jokinen, and Quo. Comes back to the point. Loons keep it in. Goes in deeper. They're going to grab it up behind the net. Tried to center out front. Jokinen grabs it. Olsen picks it up. Olsen tried to split the knee. That didn't go anywhere. And now back to Gross. Stolen by the Loons on the forehand shot. What a save by Byron. Byron throws the mid out. Comes up huge. That was a bad turnover there, Justin.
Yep.
All right. Olsen on the draw. Trying to go over to Jokinen. Quo chips it out of the zone. That comes back to neutral. Now she's on the hunt. Backhand shovel pass up ice to Dodge. And here come the Loons the other way. Olsen makes a move. Olsen onto the forehand. Olsen shoots. Just tipped by the goalie. And that one's going to go up. Icing's waved off. That one's played by Dodge. And icing's going to get waved off here. Loons bring it behind their own net. That one's going to pop out to center where Strom gets it tipped off her stick. Strom's going to slingshot around her own net. Makes one move. She's in a hurry. Strom trying to get around three. She goes around the Wongberg, tries the center. Wongberg had it on her stick and couldn't quite find it at the end. And this one's going to come all the way out to Strom. for Dodge. Now back to Dodge. Dodge is going to throw it up ice. Hodrod, drop pass. Picked up by Hodrova. Hodrova hits Wongberg. Wongberg 1-on-2. Gets knocked off her stick. And it goes behind the Loon net. Wongberg into the corner. Now Hammer's going to go get it. She tries to center. Hodrova! Oh, went off the pipe! Wongberg trying to steal. Clay Bundy, it gets past Clay Bundy. And that's offsides on the Loons. Oh, I'd like to have that one on the goalie cam when that one came through.
That would have been a good view there.
So Jokin, it hits the post. So Fuller Hills, McDonald, ref on a quick communication with the referees here. So puck is down, controlled by the Loons. They tried to center. Now back to the point. That one goes wide of Byron. Clay Bundy's going to be the first one there. Loons pick it up top of the circle. Byron screen over to McDonald. McDonald's got room to run. She throws it in deep. And now that one gets tipped by Clay Bundy. The arm's up for icing on the Loons. And that'll be icing. So coach going to stay with the McDonald, Hills, Fuller line here. Clay Bundy and Rose on defense. McDonald wins the draw. Hills out front shot. Saved by the goalie. McDonald throwing it out front of the net. And we're going to call it a goal. So the shot from the side of the net by McDonald is going to get your Voyageurs up 1.
Definitely needed the goalie cam on that one.
Yeah. So looks like McDonald's off the side of the net, also from Hills. Ref was looking at that one hard. And the Voyageurs going to, we got a cheerleader here somewhere. So Olsen, Quo, Jokinen. And the Loons throw it up ice, picked up by Quo. Quo looking for somebody to pass through. That one goes wide. Olsen throws it towards it on the back end. She didn't get all of that. Nice play by Spaeth. Quo throws it in deep. Here's Olsen with it. Olsen is going to come back to Gross. Gross throws it towards the net with a screen and a tip. Jokinen not able to get it to skate the stick. She tries to center for Quo. And that's Spaeth to throw it back in deep. Gross throws it towards the net. Jokinen, or wait, that's Olsen, gets it to Jokinen. Jokinen takes the goalie out. Olsen from behind the net. Jokinen throws it towards the net. And Loon goalie says, give me a whistle. Coach is checking on the scorekeepers here to see what the refs gave him. Olsen, Quo, Jokinen again. And up ice, here come the Loons off the far wall. 2-on-1. against Gross. Nice back check by Quo. Oh! Did that go in?
Oh,
wow.
No, looks like Byron got it.
So Byron puts the flipper on the first shot, and then it goes off of Voyager right into the mid of Byron. Wow. All right, here comes Olsen with Quo. Quo need to be about 7'6" there, Justin, to stretch that leg that far back. She tried toe dragging, and that didn't quite work. All right, still Olsen Quo joking in here. Oh, we're going to get a penalty here as Olsen was tripped. The Loon goalie says, give me a whistle. We got a power play. Did I see interference or a trip there?
I think that was a trip.
Let's see what he calls. What is that, 34?
Oh,
he's calling interference. So power play here for your Voyageurs. Loon goalie doing a little equipment maintenance there. She looks like she's about ready to go. So Hadrava, hammer, dodge. Hadrava's going to get it behind the net. Throws it out to Strom. Strom just loses the handle. Got to bring it out to center. Picked up by the Longberg. Longberg's 1-on-2. Make a move to the slot. Throws it towards the net. Bouncer. Longberg gets her own rebound. And buries it. Hops it over the top of the goalie. So Longberg with her own rebound. She's going to get some knuckles. So power play goal for the Longberg. Unassisted. And that puts your Voyageurs up 2 ribs. So to center ice we come. Still hammer, Hadrava, and Longberg. Goalie chips it to the corner. Longberg's in there to pick it up. That one goes off the side of the ref. And here come the Loons trying to get it through center. Hadrava throws it cross ice to nobody. And that should be icing on the Loons. And it is. So it looks like the coach is going to switch him up here. McDonald, Hills, Fuller, Clay Bundy, and Rose. Back to Fuller. Oh, she tried to get it back to Rose. That didn't work out so good. And now they throw it up ice. Here come the Loons. Deep into the circle. Oh, nice cross-ice pass. But it kind of wrong-handed the other Loon. Here comes Fuller. She's got Hills. Hills is the first one there. Fuller's in alone. Looking for somebody to pass to. Now Hills into the corner. Going to be popped out for Rose. Clay Bundy's going to wrap it off the wall. And that one pops up by Nelson. And we get another whistle. Again, stay tuned, 9:56 left in the half for that interview with Coach Davidson, your halftime entertainment today. McDonald back to Fuller, back to Clay Bundy. She throws it up ice. And icing's waved off. Clay Bundy behind her own net. McDonald tries to get to Fuller. Now McDonald goes down in a heap, no call. Here come the Loons, back to Clay Bundy. Rips it off the ankle of a Loon. Rose throws it up ice, that's intercepted by the Loons. And offsides on the Loons. And Coach Davidson says switch him up. I got the shots 8-8, Justin. The house has a 9-7 in favor of the Voyageurs.
Either way, it looks pretty close.
Power play goal by Wongberg. Regular strength goal by McDonald. Puck's down here. Here comes Olsen with it. Feeds Quo out into the slot. Turns to the forehand. Blocker saved by the goalie. Nice shot by Quill there. They try to center. Brooks has it. That goes off the skate. And here come the Loons. Loons gain the blue line. And offsides is the call. Feel free to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, everybody, so you can get the notifications when we're going live, and let us know in the chat what you think of the goalie cams versus the end cams. Icing's waved off here. Gross wraps it up the wall, picked off by the Loons. We throw it out to the D, right in the slot, low, saved by Byron. And here comes Jokinen. Jokinen with some room. Now Quo drags the toe. Jokinen drops it off to a Loon. Now they come back the other way. Stolen away by Space. Risky move. Jokinen now on defense. Oh, they do a drop pass. Now throw it to the wall. And looks like we're getting a penalty. I didn't see it, Justin, did you?
No, I did not.
So it looks like Spaeth for a rough. Which is going to leave their Voyageurs short-handed. Face off to the right of Byron. The Loons go to the D. Rip the shot. Bar down from the point, 5 seconds into the power play. So the Loons looked like it was 22 or 25. So power play goal right back at them. And the Loons get it back to within 1. Wow, what a shot that was. This is Hammer on the draw. Just trying to get it out of the zone now. Pops out into the neutral zone. Longberg along the far wall. And that's going to be offsides on the Loons. Not much Byron could have done with that one. She's had a stellar half. That thing was just ripped from the point. Top bar down. Hammer. Now she wraps it in deep. Picked off by Hammer to Hadrava, who's trying to get it. And now that's going to be Hammer going on the penalty for a hook. So the march to the box. Hammer for hooking. And that's going to put these Loons right back on the power play where we don't want them. So 2 minutes on the clock for the Hammer. Clay Mundy wraps it around the Hills. The Loons pick it up around the end line. Tipped away by Rose. Looking to center, now picked off by McDonald. She's able to get it out of the zone, and that's offsides on the Loons. Coach giving some instructions here. Puck's down, comes back to the Loons. They throw it in deep. Rose be the first one there. They wrap it up the ball to Hills. Hills trying to get out of the zone, kept in by the Loons. Goes back to Rose. Just about stolen out front. Back to the point. And Byron puts it in the mitt and says, give me a whistle. Looks like Coach is staying with these Killers. Rose, McDonald, Hills, Clay Bundy. Face off to the right of Byron here. Rose tries to tip it up to the zone. Rose behind the end, or behind the net, digging in. Back to the point, danger. Shot, rips it wide right of Byron. Hills with it, she tries to dish it back to Clay Bundy. 55 to go in the penalty to Hammer. Loons looking to center out front. McDonald's going to be the first one there. Tries to chip it out of the zone. She does, and now that's going to be icing on, or offsides on the Loons. And I'm going to guess we're going to get a new set of killers. Yep. So it looks like Strom, Olsen, Fuller, and Spaeth. This is Olsen on the draw. Loons trying to come through center. Shot goes off the flipper of Byron. That was going to go wide. Byron shoves it to the wall. Fuller tries to get out of the zone. That gets denied. Right at the top of the circle. Nice poke check by Gross. Olsen down in a heap. Now she's got some room. She throws it over to Fuller. Drops it off the wall. And the Loons are going to have to regroup. Old spinorama by a Loon. Spaeth throws it to the wall. 5:28 to go. Back to full strength. And we're going to get a tripping call. So the march to the box continues. Spaeth with her second for tripping. So, Justin, I got an idea what the discussion's going to be like in the locker room.
Oh, yeah.
Think so?
I think so.
It's going to have something to do with staying out of the box. Strong on the back wall. 5:16 to go. Dodge wraps it up. Oh, just trying to get out of the zone. It was Olsen. Ref is glued on to whether it comes out past the blue line. Battle Royale over there at the blue line. They throw it towards the net. Dodge is going to pick it up. Scott Jokin it up here along the near wall. Jokin is able to get it out of the zone. And the Loons coming up through ice. Strom lost the handle. Shot, saved Byron. And she says, give me a whistle. 1:17 left in the power play for the Loons. Give you the side-by-side view here in the AB cam. Right out front, Loons throw it towards the net. Byron's down, she catches it and says, give me another whistle. 1:12 to go in the penalty kill. Hammer on the draw. Quo gets it over to the far wall. Drop pass, teed up. Byron says, give me another whistle. So a nice show of the weather there by Byron. 1:04 in the penalty. Loons backhand forehand shot. That one was blocked. I think that was blocked by Rose. Good thing too, puck goes up into the net. That one was getting teed up by the Loons. So another face-off to the right of Byron. This time Longberg on the draw. Gets chipped off the stick of a Loon. Comes out to neutral zone. They throw it up ice. Able to get by Clay Bundy along the wall. Loons throw it towards the net. Flipper saved by Byron. Still out front. Now that one goes wide. Loons are going to be the first one there. They try to center. That was Rose. Put it toward the wall. He throws it up ice. Picked off by the Loons. That's going to go about 8 feet wide of Byron. that one gets thrown up ice, and that's going to be icing on your Voyageurs. Only their second of the half. Another face-off coming to the right of Byron. Longberg wins the draw, but it goes back to the goal scorer. Shot, tipped wide, goes into the corner. Loons pick it up, trying to get it by Hadrava. That one goes off Hadrava. Into the corner it goes, picked up by the Loons, looking for somebody to center to out front. Now they go back to the point, top of the circle. That one's blocked by the Longberg. And somebody's getting a penalty as Longberg was going to spring herself. That one sounded like it hit a pad for sure. Nice job by Longberg. I'm going to call that a block. So the goal scorer for the Loons also gets on the board for a trip on Longberg, or she would have been free. So we're going to get a face-off here. 2-minute power play for your Voyageurs here. And that one gets by Gross. This is Spaeth to go back and get it. She lost the handle behind the net, short-handed, and Byron says, give me a whistle. With 1:40 to go here, the power play for the Voyageurs. 2:59 in the half. This is McDonald on the draw. Spaeth trying to get it up ice to Hills. McDonald along the wall. Hills now has it. Hills. Now picked up by Gross. Back to Fuller. Fuller makes the move. Fuller feeds Hills. Echoes behind the net. This one should be kept in by Gross. McDonald looking for somebody to pass through. She's by the end wall. Fuller's going to go there to help. Gross is going to pinch. That's successful. Blocker saved by the goalie. Out front for Hills. Fuller out front rips. Goal saved by the goalie. Gross able to keep it in the zone. Hills back behind the net, trying to center. This one comes back all the way to Spaeth. She's going to regroup. Makes the move. Good at the line. Shot. That one goes wide. Fuller's going to pick it up along the wall here. Fuller dishes back to her. Shot. Pops up. And the goalie says, give me a whistle. With 25 to go in the penalty to the Loons. 1:44 in the half. Still 2-1's your score. Quo on the backhand, out front. Jokinen tried to get a shot off. 17 to go in the penalty. This one's back to Dodge. Dodge throws it up off the wall to Jokinen. Jokinen over to Rose. Excuse me, Olsen goes down. No call. And that's icing on the Loons. And that one's going to come all the way back to the left of the Loons goalie. This will be Olsen on the draw. Quo, Jokinen, Dodge. So penalty time expired here. The Loons back to full strength. Olsen on the draw. One, controlled by Olsen now. Jokinen behind the end wall, 1-on-2 back there. Stolen away by Olsen. She tries to get it up front. That one's going to come back to somebody right out front. Oh, and cleared away by the Loons. That was strong. 2-on-1 for the Loons. And now back to the end wall with 48 to go. This is Dodge. He tries to get up to Quo, picked off by the Loons. Shot, blocked by Strom. Quo behind the net. She wraps it up to Jokic. Jokic got Olsen with her. Olsen just couldn't get the handle on it. Here come the Loons the other way. And they're going to wrap it in deep. Strom has the handle on it. 16 to go here. Strom with some room to run. Picked up by Quoller. Just inside the zone here. 5 to go. 3 to go. Centered, and we get ourselves the buzzer. So after one period of play here, 2-1 for the Loons. Shots on goal. I'll get them to you here quick. I got it 12-14 in favor of the Loons. But we're going to go ahead and fire up this interview by the coach. This was from last night. I hope you enjoy. Here we go, everybody. All right, here we go, everybody. Another round with Coach Davidson. We're going to try this. This is our first time going to bring in an intermission video. We're pre-recording this, so we're going to try and play it during the first intermission here on Friday night. So, Coach, let's start out with talking about what's coming up the next 3 weeks and what is this invitational that we're playing? Is it a tournament? Is it just games? Tell us a little bit about what we're doing this week.
Side of things like the Blue Ox is part of and Chicago Mission and some of those programs, maybe in at the tier one level. Maybe some of those don't have tier 2, but I think that was the vision and the approach to why they call it the NIT. But it also gives us more games and helps with our points and our standings as we get ready for playoff weekends.
Sure, so it's not an actual tournament. We're not playing for first or second or third this weekend. It's just a national invitational, bring teams together and let us all take turns playing each other.
Yeah.
So one of the questions is, why the Walleye twice this weekend? So that's going to be game 2 and 3 against the Walleye. Why not Montana or somebody else?
Yeah, well, if everyone recalls our weekend in Hudson, Wisconsin, we had a Friday game and we had a Saturday morning and then supposedly nothing until Sunday morning. Well, whatever happened in reading the schedule or how our schedule was entered on our team page, a Saturday evening game was omitted, and
oops.
We were actually, yep, it was again whatever, it happens, right?
Yep.
We're trying to enter all those, so not throwing anyone under the bus, but for whatever reason, we never saw the 6 p.m. game we were supposed to have on Saturday, which was supposed to be against the Illinois team that was in Hudson. So one of the Wisconsin teams was at the rink. They were supposed to be playing the Walleye after the 6 o'clock game, after our supposed 6 o'clock game. So that Wisconsin team filled in to play the Illinois team, the Walleye team, because I knew their staff and they knew me. We agreed that we would make up the game. We thought we might make it up last weekend in the South St. Paul, but I think they had ice available in the North Dakota.
So it's just a makeup game for us.
Yes, and it's good. It's a good competition. Walleye are very talented. We have been competitive with them, so I'm excited to play them. And even though it's 2 times, I sometimes feel that might be better competition and better preparation for us than maybe Montana and North Dakota a couple times. And I'm not insulting those programs at all. It's just who we have to play and get through, come playoff weekends for us. I'd rather we have some challenges against those teams.
So speaking of preparation and playoff weekends, talk to me about, we've got district games and league playoff games coming up. Kind of go through that. What's the difference between the two? Who's in our district and leagues, and what can we expect coming up the following 2 weekends? We don't know. Are we going to be playing more, or what are we going to do?
So I think, now again, I have to admit my background the last couple of falls was with Tier 1, and I believe I'm excited. I have loved this format this year when we again merged all these districts together between District 11-12 and District 15-16. I think it was a wonderful way to do it, where we could get more northern Minnesota players and northwestern players involved, where we didn't have to fill our rosters with extra metro players.
Sure.
And so how we did that. So the format has been, I believe we do, it involves the Minnesota teams in our league. I do not believe like North Dakota and Wisconsin are a part of our playoffs next weekend.
So how many teams in the league will advance to the district?
Yes. So what I'm thinking is if there are 6 or 8 teams, depending on how.
All right, here we go, everybody. Another round with Coach Davidson. We're going to try this. This is our first time going to bring in an intermission video. We're pre-recording this, so we're going to try and play it during the first intermission here on Friday night. So, Coach, let's start out with talking about what's coming up the next 3 weeks, and what is this invitational that we're playing? Is it a tournament? Is it just games? Tell us a little bit about what we're doing this weekend.
Yeah, so the NIT, I think when it originated at the Tier 1 level,
I'm sorry, everybody. That's my bad. Accidentally hit a button and it shut off. So my apologies here. I will replay that video for you, but that's all on me.